Have you ever laughed along with everyone else while something inside of you wilted? Have you ever heard a private vulnerability turned into a punchline and then watched the room erupt in laughter? Narcissists are experts at using humor as a weapon. On the surface, it seems light and playful, sometimes charming, right? But underneath, it lands like a slap in the face. This episode is about that moment when cruelty hides behind a smile, and your reality is rewritten for everyone to hear. This is Annie's story, and I'm telling it for her. So one Saturday, while Annie's husband was out, Annie went to the hardware store and purchased 2 gallons of soft blue paint, the kind that made her think of morning skies and clean slates. She was done waiting for her husband's help in painting the kitchen, so she took on the job herself. She spent the entire day prepping. She scrubbed the walls, taped the trims, spread old newspapers on the linoleum. She worked in the heat with the windows open, sweat running down her back. You get the picture. But there was a really quiet pride that she was taking in all of this. She was doing something for herself, her home, and her family. And it all went well, except until the end when she pulled off the painter's tape and the entire strips of old paint peeled with it, leaving a jagged edge with uneven borders. In a flustered moment on the ladder, reaching to try to fix it, she kicked over the can of paint. Pale blue paint splattered across the floor, pooling beneath the stove. She cried, not over the floor. That could be clean, but because she had tried so hard and it still looked like a mess. She felt like a failure. A few weeks later, at a neighborhood get-together, Santino found his stage. You know what's coming, don't you? He said, "You should have seen Annie's little painting adventure, everyone." He was laughing. By the end of it, it looked like a Smurf explosion in the kitchen. She even painted the floor. "Next time, I'll just do it myself like I should have this time. I should have known she couldn't handle it." Annie froze. Her face was burning. She started to explain. She wanted to tell everyone how hard she had worked. She had thought it through. Wasn't anything like he presented, but he slung his arm around her and said, "Oh, come on, sweetheart. It's just a joke." And just like that, the moment was over. For everyone else, that moment had passed, but not for Annie. That joke settled inside her like wet paint that never fully dries. This is why those jokes cut so deeply. It's not about the paint. It's about public humiliation wrapped in humor. When a narcissist turns a private moment into a punchline, 3 things happen all at once. They rewrite your story, their version, exaggerated and mocking, becomes the story that everybody hears and remembers. Next, they recruit the crowd. The laughter isn't neutral. It's a sign that your feelings don't matter. They isolate you emotionally. If you protest, you're too sensitive. If you stay quiet, their lie stands unchallenged. Either way, they win the moment, and you lose a little piece of yourself and your own reality. Many survivors describe this as one of the most painful forms of emotional abuse because it's performed on a stage. And the wound goes deeper because everybody's laughing, and then you're kind of forced to laugh too, just to survive the moment. Later, when you're alone, it hits you. You were never in on the joke. You were the joke. If you've ever stood in a room smiling on the outside while crumbling on the inside, this one's for you. Your pain was real. Your humiliation was not overreacting. And your story, I'm talking about the real story, deserves to be told in your own words, not twisted for someone else to receive applause for. I'm Keil Hackley, attorney, author of the book Undercurrent, and your host here. Annie's story reminds us truth matters, especially the quiet truth that gets laughed over, dismissed, or just left untold. I'd love to hear your voice, your story. Please share your thoughts in the comments, speak up, and add your truth to this conversation. Annie's story may have started this podcast, but it's your story, your strength, your courage, and honesty that keeps it going and inspires me every day to sit in front of this microphone. As always, I want you to remember you are stronger than you ever believed. You are a warrior against narcissistic abuse, and you are tenacious, and you're never going to give up on what you believe in and what's important to you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for always showing up. I appreciate you. And until next time, I honor your truth, and I want you to know you're not alone. Thank you again. See you soon.